On the eve of a planned meeting between President Biden and Governor Desantis in Florida Wednesday, let's debate the impact of this potentially politically charged encounter. Let's bring in tonight's political panel, Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall and Project 21 co-chair Horace Cooper. Thank you both for coming on. Leslie, to you first. I mean, we talked about this with Nate Foy. I think there's going to be diplomacy, right? They're going to meet tomorrow. It's going to be diplomatic. I don't believe, like Chris Christie and Barack Obama, there's going to be any big hug. I mean, we saw the hug, right? And the whole thing is, Leslie, when you have the hug, there's some ramifications to it because Chris Christie, he got some heat for that. Politico writes the following here: it will be a rare moment, talking about DeSantis-Biden, of bipartisan calm just a month ahead of Election Day and 4 years before the next presidential election, when DeSantis is expected to be a leading Republican contender. But such meetings, even amid disaster, present political risk if either is seen as being too accommodating or warm to rival political leaders. Your thoughts, Leslie?
Well, I think politics needs to be put aside when you have especially natural disaster, because there's two sides of politicians, right? But the one that we really don't vote for, whether we're Democrats or Republicans, I don't think most of us vote for the name calling. Vote for the, nasty comments coming from either side toward the other side. And what do constituents ask for? We want to be safe. We want to be taken care of, whether that's by a governor in our state like Florida right now or in the nation as one of the 50 states of constituency of the president. So I think they're both going to be diplomatic. Remember, Governor DeSantis in the past has actually applauded, President Biden on a couple occasions. One was when you had the condo collapse. He said that, it was very helpful, and he needs the help from the federal government. So I think politics is going to be put aside, and they're going to remember the people first. But they politics also know that every single move they make is a photo op.
Politics is never put aside. You know that. Politics is never put aside, and somebody is always watching, and whatever Ron DeSantis does, they're watching his body movements, they're watching his body language, they're watching everything that the president does and how this thing goes. And if they are going head-to-head, somebody's going to use it against one or the other. Your thoughts?
Well, the first thing I'd say is good work is good politics. And so what I would say to the president is, do your job. You're expected to oversee the FEMA program and make sure when a disaster like this occurs, all of the American people understand and appreciate that you're going to see to it that the protections that are provided will occur. Now, when your vice president goes off script and makes statements that may imply that certain people, if they're white, aren't going to get support, you need to come out publicly and bat that down. This president has not done that.
Well, you brought up the vice president, Horace, so we're going to go with that thing because now the left is starting to kind of turn on Vice President Kamala Harris. You had Bill Maher saying that they should kick her off the 24 ticket. And then you had The Daily Show do this. Watch. It's funny, Leslie, and because it's funny, it's damaging to the vice president and those who support her. Your thoughts?
I don't think it is damaging because I think, well, first of all, Bill Maher and The Daily Show do not speak for me and the rest of the Democratic Party when it comes to the vice president or anyone else in my party for that matter. But to The Daily Show, you said it, Trace, it's funny. They're comedians. And this is just an example how they're not all liberals that just go after and make fun of conservatives. They make fun of anybody that they're going to get a laugh from, they're going to get ratings from, and they're going to make money off of that bit. What do they want? They want to laugh. They got the laugh. They tied it in with Veep, which is coming up. And, a lot of people thought it was funny, myself included. Well, and, I don't think this is the left turning on the vice president. I think it's The Daily Show getting a good laugh.
There is nobody on the left that's going after the left. I mean, you go to Colbert and Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel and the rest of these people are really not going after the left. They're only going after the right. So when somebody goes after the left, people take notice. Your thoughts?
Well, let me make this observation. This vice president would be underwater standing in a kiddie pool that was only 2 feet deep. She has demonstrated that she is completely and totally unqualified for this job and that the president of the United States should have made competence his first choice. It's finally refreshing to see that there's a few in the media who are willing to mock it. Comedy is downstream from where the political reality is eventually going to be.
I got to go, but I want to ask quickly, Leslie, you first, yes or no answer. Herschel Walker, whether he did or did not pay for an abortion, does it hurt him?
Sadly, in this day and age, I don't think so,
Horace?
Trace. I think people are going to vote
Yes or
for
no?
him.
Horace?
Who on the right?
Yeah, yes or no?
He didn't do it, and it's not going to hurt him. He
Got it.
skates in.
Thank you both.